Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Levels of Madness. I am Jess, and I will be your dungeon mistress, game master, whatever you want to call me. I am running this little band of Looney Tunes around for the evening. We are playing the Shadows of the Ancients campaign,
Everybody, and welcome back to Levels of
and
Madness. I am
Joshua,
Jess.
I'm just
my
trying to be
maestro.
supportive.
Oops. Oops.
Also, sir, if you can please change the name of
Max
the
volume.
session for me, please. Just so whenever I look back at it, I know what's going on. Thank you, sir. Welcome to the Shadows of the Ancients campaign here on Levels of Madness. This is in a homebrew world called the Shattered Realm of Alonim. And we normally play on Fridays. With the holidays, we're kind of just trying to get in as much as we can between our two campaigns. Normally, we stream Brandon's campaign on Tuesdays, which is homebrew, loosely based on the Dragon of Icefire Peak module. But we definitely are having a bit of homebrew fun in that one. So make sure you check us out Tuesdays. And then Fridays, we're here. So as for tonight, let's go ahead and introduce our lovely heroes. We have Joshua. Who are you playing tonight?
I play Nines, the Warforged Fighter.
And Brandon.
I am playing Caspian, a sea elf warlock.
Troy.
I am Ashu, the Warforged Monk.
And Bree.
I'm Mirren, the Tiefling cleric.
Yay! We did that so well this time. We're getting so good. 23 sessions in, guys. We got this.
A level 5 sea elf warlock, right?
No, not yet. So close. We are really close. I promise
Oh!
you that. So close.
One day.
One day, you guys. All right, so where we left off, you
Wait.
had gone and officially registered with the Coliseum to become participants, where you can sign up for single, one-on-one fights. Y'all can do doubles. They do all sorts of different types of fighting with different, bout prizes depending on how hard the fight's going to be. You also discovered that inside the center of the Colosseum is a mechanism with which they're able to fill the Colosseum with different elements, water, fire, things of that nature, to kind of add different playing grounds in which fights could occur. So this seems to be like a really big part of the city of Euphoria are these shows that are put on. You also found out that you get a badge as a gladiator within the Colosseum because you have also been tasked kind of with helping to maintain the peace around Euphoria. They don't have a legitimate guard squad or police force or anything like that. They kind of rely on citizens to help keep each other in check, help each other out when things are going amok. Other than that, we ran into an old friend. You ran into Aspen, the Furbolg paladin who had been traveling with Brix when you first met her. Aspen kind of helped explain what happens at the Colosseum, explain your responsibilities as badge wielding gladiators around the city. We got a little antsy. We had some pent up energy. A couple people got the zoomies, you might say. Started doing some laps around the Coliseum.
D&D's
Started
zoomies.
to talk some smack to the other gladiators who were there, kind of getting some training in and stuff. And so a offer was made for a sparring match. So we we left off the last session in the middle of this sparring match in which you're going toe to toe with legitimate gladiators of the Euphoria Coliseum. And how are we doing? How's everybody feeling about their situation?
I can do this all
Ashu
day.
is in danger. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
They're getting dunked on.
They're getting dunked on. I'm getting some contrasting feelers about this fight right now.
I'm at
I'm
20.
kind of
Disengage
woozy,
imminent.
man.
I'm at 25 of 36, so
Get your ass in here and start punching stuff, strong man.
I'm out here. I've been doing damage. I also can't do shit because I can't do nothing. But I'm poking them, stabbing them with my trident and my dagger. I'll
I
push 'em.
love it so much. Okay. So I do.
Just would let me use my snake, then shit would get real.
This would be over with.
Yeah, it would be
Just
done by
told
now.
ya. Just told ya.
I use my goddamn noodle, Jess.
Smoke 'em. Get
You
'em.
know, there are times when a benevolent DM in her brand new DM shorts just walking out into the world, and she may make some very crazy decisions early on in a campaign and then go, "Oh, I made you too strong." And then, gotta add some little puzzles, gotta add some little hiccups in the plan. Gotta keep you humble, Mr. Warlock.
Mhm. Fucking told you.
All right.
Damn.
So he's a very strong warlock. That's scary. I don't know if you remember the last warlock in one of our campaigns. Giving him ultimate power would have been terrifying.
Wally.
A
Don't
look
bring
on
him up.
Josh's face.
Don't bring him up.
All right. So you had managed to do some damage. You've managed to make it so that one of their party members, Varian, has had to go and hold on to her fellow party member, Shavrin. And that's kind of what she has to do. I don't remember how long that lasts, so if somebody wants to try to piece that together. Oh, that was suggestion. That lasts concentration up to 8 hours. So it is a concentration spell.
I feel like I haven't gotten bonked yet. Because I dipped.
Correct. Okay. So that's it. So you just, as long as you concentrate on that, you're good. Cool. Alrighty, so we are back up to the top of the order, which is Ashu. What would you like
Yeah.
to do, my friend?
All right. So last move, Ashu nat 1'd and
You love
went
to see
down
it.
on a knee.
He did.
So he's going to kick at Aspen. $14 hit.
14 will miss.
Can I roll inspiration?
Yeah, if you have inspiration, go ahead and cast it in.
Fuck. Okay. I'm going to burn a key point and disengage using Step of the Wind.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to come up behind Mirren, taking a defensive pose.
Okay. You a fast boy.
That's fuck, boy.
Oh, and that leaves all of you over there with Aramea. Interesting. Okay. Anything else?
That's it for me.
And it is Aramea's turn. Aramea, for just posterity, is a pink tiefling with black horns and black hair. And she is.
And sick boob armor.
She does have sick boob armor. And is pretty good boob armor, too, because I think only one hit has landed on her so far.
What?
I forgot I had 2 screens on my computer right now, so I was like, where's my thing?
Here I thought we were smacking her. I'm just gonna hit her with the staff of the python just for. Oh
Just
my god!
smack. Just smack. All right.
does actually.
She is going. To... Hang on 1 second. Stop it. Apologies. Dog was getting into presents. Nope, that one is not allowed. See, I got to go through these two and be like, oh shit, that causes fucking damage. I can't use that one. List. Yeah. DM stuff, guys. Sorry.
So they've got a level 12 Furbolg on their team.
Level 12.
No, she's just, I don't know how high they are, but they are much stronger than us.
I was like, what the hell?
She is going to. Many people. Just okay. Sorry guys. Just trying to figure out what she can do. She can do a lot. But for now, we are simply going to attack. Attack. It is. So she has a mace in one hand and a sickle in the other. And she is going to try to hit Caspian with the first one, which is, where'd she go? A 17 to hit.
Shield.
Awesome. So, shield spell?
Shield tattoo.
Oh, what does it look like?
It's so because Caspian's also wearing mage armor, which is like my liquid looking like water-ish metal kind of roiling around like shoulders, bracers. When it activates, it just like the water like spikes out, and so it just goes from like level 10 armor to like level 20 armor of just like fancier shoulders. Like it just like gets bigger and just like enhances.
Awesome.
And so yeah, that goes.
Level up.
It would have meat to beat, but she will. That'll give me 19. Yeah, it'll give me 19.
Okay. Up, so you are good. And how long does that last for?
Until the end of my next turn,
Nice.
or until the start of my next turn.
Okay. All right, and then the second attack with the sickle is going to be made against 9. Oh, that's bullshit. That's a 12.
Aha, it does not.
Alrighty, so she swings with the mace, and where it looks like it's going to hit Caspian, your tattoo activates, and morphs your mage armor like level up. Ding, 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 ding. You get new armor, you get an upgrade, and throws her off a little bit. She was anticipating that swing, and so on the back swing, trying to hit with her sickle, just can't make contact with 9s. All right, so she is going to take the opportunity attacks, and she's going to move.
Ooh.
So go ahead and roll those attacks, Caspian and 9s.
16 to hit.
Miss.
Hmm. What is what? Well, it's +4. Yeah, miss. 13.
I also have to remember. Ooh, I have to roll. Oh no, I did. We were good. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. So she is going to 5, 10, and she is going to stand by her party members. Caspian, you are next, and it is Aspen followed by 9s.
Okay, then I will move down. Am I going to? Can you? No, 2 up and fighting is 2. When you attack with a light melee weapon, okay, yeah, so it's a melee weapon, so I have to. So I'm gonna move down up to here, and I'm gonna try and stab her twice.
All right, go for it.
8 and a 20. And I'll use my last piece of inspiration to try and roll one more time. 12. Fuck. So 20, I'm assuming the 20 will hit.
You would be incorrect.
Oh, fuck
What?
all the way off.
I will do a little. You remember as you go to make this hit with your dagger, and what looks like a spectral leafy green shield seems to just push your dagger out of the way so that it misses her. And you remember that Aspen had cast some sort of spell on her
Mm.
that had that effect.
When did they cast this?
Right after they kind of slighted Murin in the very beginning. Looked at Murin and was like, no, I'm not going to fight you. And then like walked over and instead cast a spell on Aramea.
Mm-hmm. So certainly, and it looks green. It looks like Aspen did this. Do we know that Aspen did it? Like, what did Caspian know that she did this?
You can roll
Arcana.
Arcana. Yeah.
Okay. Let's try it. Let's try it. Might as well. A -1. We can try it. That's a nat 20 for a 19. So yeah, that is a nat 20 for a 19.
I love that so much that it's with your negative modifier that you rolled a nat 20.
Mhm.
Yeah, you would have remembered seeing Aspen casting their magic on Aramea at the very beginning, and knowing, especially with how your tattoo works, that it just is an enhancement shield. You've seen the shield spell itself like work, and it looks kind of similar.
Yeah.
So it's some sort of a shielding in your case, with a natural 20, you know that it is of a divine magic. Clerics and paladins can cast this specific type of shield called Shield of Faith. I will also, with a nat 20, allow you to remember that, or point out to you that when Aramea had been damaged, Aspen also looked like they were hurt.
Oh fuck! God damn it! I forgot about that.
Nat 20's come in handy.
Yeah. Damn, I would have. Damn, I wish I had remembered that. I would have just thrown my trident at homegirl then. Well, next time I will throw my trident, and I will express that to the group as well.
That she's hard to hit, or that next time you're gonna throw your trident?
So that she's hard to hit, that they're linked.
I'm gonna throw my trident next time.
Well, I'm not gonna say that. So she definitely shouldn't move. Just stay there.
Just stay right there. It's fine.
Just wait. You just wait. I'm gonna throw a dagger.
The rest of the fact that she's hard to hit, the fact that and the fact that they're linked, so do damage to one, it does to the other. Just a reminder of all that good stuff.
Alrighty. So it is Aspen's turn. And they look at you, Caspian, and roll insight for me. Do you see
11.
Nope, I was gonna say 15. Okay. You can kind of
What? Hold on.
there. What you got?
So when the wearer of the talisman fails an ability check, they can add a d4 to the roll, potentially turning into a success.
Go ahead.
So if I crit this,
Yup. You will meet and beat.
that is a crit. That is
Yes.
a 4. So that is a 15 for my
You make
insight.
it. All right. So Aspen is a very stoic individual. It is very difficult to read their expressions. But as they look over at you after you holler out, oh, they're linked. If you damage one, you damage the other. You can see a look of like not like admiration necessarily, but like an acknowledgement of just like, all right, good job. Like it's just okay.
He's recognizing magic.
Okay.
You look like a big old dum-dum, and yet.
Well, you gotta remember the experiences that Aspen has had with you as of late. I mean, honestly, in general, when your very first
I was like, not even as
adventure.
of late, as a whole.
Your very first adventure, that was fun.
That
And then you have fought together side by side before, so even if for a little bit. But yeah, Aspen, you're kind of starting to be like, okay, we can get in our good graces. We just have to prove ourselves like adept. But yeah, so then they are going to how many of those spells do they have?
0, probably.
Be nice, wouldn't it? Okay. They are going to cast Cure Wounds. Did at first level. They're gonna cast it on Aramea. it didn't roll the dice. Sorry. All right, and that is 4. Okay. And then Aspen is. Yeah, they're gonna stay here. They don't need to move anywhere. I don't know. Let's make this fun. 10. Yep. So they're gonna move there. They're pretty
Uh-oh.
fast.
They up in your grill now, Mirren.
And they look down at Mirren and they go, I apologize for placing our dance on hold earlier. And then kind of like bows with their hand on their scimitar.
Oh, and you know he fucks.
And their scimitar is just there waiting, like, as they're just like, okay, let's do this. We put this off before. So up next is Nines, followed by, who is it? That is Varian, and then Mirren, you are after Varian.
Okay. I'm hurting. Can we just like stop fighting, guys? Can we just be done?
You can say that. You can be like,
Yeah,
okay,
like,
so
I'm just
like,
gonna be
are we
like, hey,
good?
guys,
I'm
listen,
pretty sure they'd.
listen, you guys win. I don't give a shit anymore. Okay, yeah, you did it. Woo. I don't want to.
Roll-
I'm not going unconscious. I'm not doing that shit. You know how
Roll
bad that is for you?
persuasion.
You know how bad it is for you?
Removing oxygen from your brain, it's a bad idea.
Fucking 8 for persuasion. Jesus.
Okay. Is
Can I-
anybody want to give the help action to attempt to?
Yeah.
I'll give the help action. I'll be like, you know what? Yeah. fuck
Oshu's in this to the death.
14.
I didn't want to be here. 15.
I was
Okay.
a family barbecue.
All right. So, what would Mirren offer as like a good way to end this fight? Just like,
Man,
I don't want to do
Oshu's about
this.
to throw some hands in a minute.
And scene. Good job, everybody. And then we just all started plotting them. Like you guys just come.
Yeah.
Like, good job, everyone.
We all break into a choreographed dance, and then we're just like waiting for
Oh,
the.
can we all roll performance to see how well we like? Hey. Can we? You got served to them? Oh, come on. +4, baby. That's a 12.
Nat 20.
Yes.
14.
So 12, 14, 24. It's not bad, right?
You guys try to throw me up in the air, but drop me.
Oshu just saves it all. He is going all out on this. He's like, oh, this is our new battle. Let's do it.
It's like dance battle commencing. All right. So
I know dance foo.
what happens is, Mirren, you have this giant furball just boom right in front of you, hands with their scimitar out, bowing, saying, "We postponed our dance." Nines right beside is like, no, we're good. You know, this was great workout. I appreciate you showing us the ropes. This is a good intro. We love it. Caspian, you know, I agree. This was my first bout in the ring. This is amazing. Y'all are just perfect to show us in. Thank you to the welcome party. You did amazing. And Mirren, you're just like, I love everything about you. To the giant robot, you're like, yes, this dance. Right. Hmm. And then all together, applauding. Great job. Great job, Ashu in the back, running off, using the giant circle platform in the middle to just backflip. He launches himself off, lands in the splits, and he's like, "We did amazing!" Little fireworks come out of nowhere. Surprises even Ashu. Mirren,
How about what if
honestly,
Ashu just
like,
like
you're a little bit
magic
scared.
mics it? And that's why he got a 20.
Yes.
A pole appears in the middle of the platform.
It
He
begins to
pulls the
rain.
pole out and plants it in the ground in order to use it.
He slams his pole down into the ground.
Slam
Can
pole down
Nines
into the
can
ground.
Nines and Caspian just be doing the can together? Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello.
We're doing the kid and play.
Absolutely.
That's what me and Nines are
Yes.
doing.
Yeah.
Mirren is just doing the Elaine, apparently.
Yeah. You've got some of the Tina going on.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and it confuses everyone for a moment. And then
And then I sucker punch him.
Then I started blasting.
And then I started blast.
and Shavron just starts laughing.
Which
And
one's
it's that is our lovely
sweet.
Bear
half-orc
hugged individual.
friend. Yes, who is being hugged by the Goliath woman.
And I drop concentration to like to help, like just again going into like I'm done. Like I'm not gonna hold concentration on the spell, so she's released from.
Yeah, you're like, okay,
Michigan.
we're good. Sorry. So Shavron, as you know, Varian kind of like, ugh, still very angry. Like she's kind of still bleeding. She got fucked up at the very beginning, y'all. I think she had like 2 people attack her first, so she got pissed. And she raged. So she's in a state at the moment, but Shavron is laughing. And he's just like, honorable fight. It was good fun. Welcome to the Colosseum. I look forward to doing this again. We should do this with Anubrios. He'd have fun with this. And
I
he
was
kinda-
this close to throwing sand in Aspen's eyes. And I'm like, this is like an exhibition match.
Fucking sand.
I was about to say.
Cha cha cha.
Shavron takes a step forward to 9 since you're the first one who was like, okay, we're good. Like, we concede. You guys win. I don't want to do this. And he holds out a hand. We'll call this one a draw just for now, eh? No
How-
official winner.
How big is his hand?
He's a half orc, but he is on the smaller side. He is
Okay. Okay. I just shake his hand. I just like, sure. Yes.
So he's like 5'11", which is not huge.
Okay.
I think I put my 5'11".
I shake his hand and then I face plant into the ground and do that worm motion, but I like push myself in the dirt like away.
Oh, that's great. Okay. And Shavron's gonna go, well, this is fun. We should do this again.
It's just worms its way out of the Colosseum. Just
Just
in
all the way
sand,
out. Just all the way out. Just that
leaving
little-
the weirdest sand trail behind him.
just the new trench in the ground. Goodness gracious. Right. So, as Nines is doing that, you feel a warm.
Caspian
It
pees
kind of
pants.
feels. It kind of feels like a little bit of a warm air sensation, kind of like when you do a hair dryer. If it's not on the like setting, it's like the gentle one that's just like it's a gentle warm breeze. And it wraps around you. Let's see. 1, Caspian 2, Mirren 3, Ashu 4, Shavron 5, and Varian 6. So all of you will receive. 1 second. Let me get to the thing again because I'm on so many different pages. Where'd you go?
Will receive 1 level up.
Nope, wrong
Woo!
person.
You love to see
Uh,
it.
Level of madness.
Everyone
Got
gets back 11 HP.
11.
11.
Ooh, gets me to full.
All right. How you feeling, Nines?
I'm no longer leaking
Warming.
fluids.
You see that both Varian and Shavron, they kind of wipe the dried blood off of places, but everywhere that they had any wounds have completely healed for both of them as well. So like, yeah, good job, everybody. That was just like a thanks for the good workout. I didn't want you all leaving here like. Is anybody like still like super hurting? I can, help get you off to like it's still like midday. Like only if you want. Like it's not like anything big.
Wait, she said get us off midday? What?
I mean, Ashu could use like 10, 12 more hit points.
Are you still like okay, so you're not at full yet?
No.
Anyone
I'm
who's
not-
not at full.
I'm
okay,
not full.
So she would then cast do healing word on both of you. So Nines, you are gonna get back. I am not rolling on here again. 9 HP.
Hey.
Ashu, you are gonna get back 10 HP.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
Wow.
It's not great. Those are the lowest 2 numbers on the freaking dice I can roll for that.
You hate to see it.
Hate to see it. Okay. Just gonna go, okay, so like, are y'all
Thank you for the sparring session.
okay, so like if anyone asks, like we just worked out. We didn't fight, okay?
My lips are sealed.
9 stuffs a big handful of sand in his mouth.
Can you taste that? Like honestly, I don't know. Are you one of the Warforged that's able to taste? 'Cause,
Clement
like I've
just-
met some that can.
Like his whole sand and like fist.
Okay.
Hey.
Ashu's like, careful, you may jam your gears. You may grind your gears.
You know what really grinds my gears off?
Get out.
You have a fist in your
What?
mouth. Alrighty, so we are going to go ahead and say that we are out of initiative. You are cleared of your first sparring match within the Coliseum.
Cool. What
Fuck
else
yeah.
is here?
Varian is standing there and she is still just heaving, just shoulders. Very upset, like pissed off still, hasn't come completely out of her rage yet. Aspen is going to walk over and place a hand on her shoulder. And you'll notice that the Furbolg is indeed taller than the Goliath. Puts a hand on. Now, did you say that you came to deliver some sort of message, young brave speaker? Yeah. Okay. We're cool. We're cool. We are a lake. We are just a calm lake. No ripples on top of this lake. In a happy place. It's fine. Okay. She's visibly calmed down and she goes, So yeah, I was sent to simply tell you, Aspen, that there has been some headway made on the Cobalt Soul investigation, and they are requesting that someone be sent in order to explore and possibly gain more information. I don't know everything about it. That's not where I am tasked right now, but they knew that I was heading here to get a workout in, and they asked me to pass along the message. So go to the Citadel when you have a moment, I guess. I need a shower. I feel gross. I'm so sweaty. Uh. And Aspen just nods their head, and I will head there immediately in order to get a new update, I guess. Looks over at everybody, and I will be taking my leave. If anyone needs me, I will be at the Citadel. Kind of bows his head, or their head, I apologize. Bows their head, and they start to head out as they head to the Citadel. Ashu, you
Yes.
caught that name.
Which name?
The name of the investigation. Varian said that it is the investigation into the Cobalt Soul situation.
Oh,
Did you want to catch Aspen before they leave, or is that just something
Yeah.
you're going to keep to yourself?
I'm gonna run up to Aspen as she's walking out.
They.
Say, as they're walking out, and ask about. Did you say Cobalt Soul?
Yes. Are you aware of the Cobalt Souls?
I am a monk of the Cobalt Soul.
They kind of slow blink at you, and you are.
I've memorized their entire teachings.
Did you have a master while you were studying?
No. I only remember waking up 5 years ago. And there was an attack. And I didn't know friend from foe. So I killed everybody.
Their face becomes very solemn. I see. Do you mind coming with me, young Warforged?
Yes. I must tell my friends first, though.
Of course. They are welcome to join us if they wish. You are not in any trouble. I do not wish for it to appear that I am taking you away. Slight smile on their face. It looks a little strange on such a stoic face.
I go over to the group and I don't tell them like everything that happened, but I just tell them that I need to go with Aspen to further investigate the Cobalt Soul issue.
Well,
All of you will remember that the Citadel was somewhere that you had intended to head anyway because of Murin was told to find the librarian. The Citadel is supposedly a big ass library. So that was the biggest clue that you'd gotten into that. And then Ashu had wanted to go to see about finding their memories and things.
you guys want to split the party up?
Rocket!
Maybe.
Nines and Caspian will stay here and do some rustle and tussling, and you guys go to the Citadel and read some books.
What do y'all think? Are we splitting up? Or should we stick together?
Ashu's going, so whatever y'all want to do.
Like I need to go to the library / Citadel.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Do we want to split the party? Y'all two go to the library, and me and Josh stay here and train, or should we all go to the library?
Y'all do you. Whatever your characters would do.
I think we'd stay here.
Probably. I don't
We're in a
feel
safe
like
town. We got badges. We're the sheriff around
exactly.
here. Come on.
I also
Come
Caspian
on.
Caspian has 9 intelligence. You don't need no books. Street smarts.
Yeah. Street spots. Yeah, we'll stay here.
Okay.
You guys can go. You guys can go there.
Splitting the party is always a good idea. We'll see you later.
Oh my
That
god.
is an amazing idea, guys.
Bye,
All right, I'm
bye.
excited. All right, so Murin and Ashu are following Aspen, and as you are following Aspen out of the Colosseum, you pass the Aarakocra that you had spoken to in order to do all the paperwork and who went off to get your badges made. And they stop and they're like, oh, hello. I have badges. I have badges for you and your party. Um, whose badge am I giving to you? Looks at Ashu.
My name
Which
is Ashu.
Ashu. AASHU 001. Yes.
Correct. Affirmative.
Fantastic. Okay. And here is your badge. They hand you it's just a metal circle insignia. On the back, it has your name, Ashu 001. And then on the front, there is the lotus flower emblem. And then it has, did you register any specific weapons that you used?
I just have my staff.
Okay, so it has crossed quarterstaffs
Okay.
that are like disappearing behind the lotus flower. So the lotus flower is on top, but it's crossed. Okay, and then turns to Mirren. Would you be Caspian or Nines or Mirren?
Mirren.
Mirren, fantastic.
He's like
And-
Caspian, and I'm gonna go fuck shit up under a false identity.
Hands you the Mirren, and it is the same thing. Only
If we were going somewhere other than like the library, I have to dig into my backstory. Then absolutely.
So on yours, it is the lotus flower, but above the lotus flower and kind of disappearing behind, you actually see the scales of Kelemvor, who is the god of death. So it is his skeletal hand that is holding scales that are tipping. And that is what is on your badge. So you continue and you follow Aspen out and across town. And give me 1 second. We are going to get there you guys. We just gonna leave. They're gonna go bye-bye. Okay, so Nines and Caspian, you see this Aarakocra who hurries out to you, looks around, spots you, and hurries over real fast, kind of arms flapping as he's running to give him a little bit of extra speed as he's going, and he comes up to you, he's like, oh hello, Caspian. Kind of
Yes.
looks in between the two. Oh,
And I
okay.
raise my hand.
Hands you your badge, which has 2 tridents crisscrossed behind the lotus flower.
I ask him where Miss Noodle is.
What is a Miss Noodle?
I slap him on the shoulder. Knock it off. Leave him alone.
Like nothing. Thank you.
Oh, okay. And Nines hands you yours. And did you register any of your weapons as your primary or secondary?
My hammer is my primary.
Okay.
Like he's like, I registered them hands.
Yeah, lethal weapons.
So on yours, you have the crossed hammers
Okay.
behind your lotus flower. Those can be updated if if you ever decide to have your own seal made. You know, just make things official for any of your bouts and things of that nature. We just went with the generic Euphoria
I'm gonna
symbol.
whisper to Nines. I'm gonna put my dong on it.
Is there anything else that I might do or point out for you while you are here at the Coliseum? Gentle reminder: we are suspending all sparring matches until after the fire festival, so that the everyone can still be nice and healthy in order for the next festival. Yes, is there? Kind of looks at your face, and he's like, everything okay? You have some blood, oil on your face. Are you? Did you fall? Do we
Yep.
need to file an incident report?
Nope.
No?
We're
Just
training.
just a clumsy robot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I understand.
Just
As he's inchworming across the ground still.
Yeah,
I was digging a trench earlier and I hit a rock.
Oh,
I like check this out, and he just starts worming again,
Just like in a circle.
just around.
please make sure to point it out to groundskeeping wherever this errant rock was so that they may move it for a safer experience for all of our gladiators. We appreciate your help.
I
Have
got,
an
I got
amazing day.
nothing.
Have an amazing day.
Bye.
Kind of goes over to Shavron and the others. Gentle reminder, please, there is no sparring. Thank you.
Can I help
And then goes
Caspian
off
pin
on
his name tag on?
his badge. Yes,
Yeah.
you can. So they can be worn. They're kind of like
Stab him with it.
I'm gonna wear
Texas
mine.
Rangers sheriff, where you can like, have the flip thing and it's right there. You can take it off and you can pin it. It's kind of
Ooh,
like
I'm
the
gonna wear it around my
says
neck
the
like
palm.
Yep,
John
like
McClane.
Will. I was gonna say I'm gonna wear mine around my neck like Will Smith, but you know.
Bad Boys, I can see that. Yeah, I went
Yeah.
John McClane. It's both
Men in
great.
Black.
Both great.
Yes, love them. Okay, so you both you're able to find some. Oh, you take out some of your hempen rope. You cut some off. You thread it around. You're able to wear it around until you get a proper chain.
I
Can
have
I
a
use
necklace.
Can I use my disguise kit
You
to
have a
make us
necklace.
some aviators? We can go around just like walk around just like looking at stuff, you know? Like a high school bully who was gonna be a cop and just so he can keep bullying people, you know?
We can see if you can find some bits and bobs as you're going around to make some sort of sunshades. See how well they are.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh
attach
yeah,
it
I do have that.
to my necklace, so I can.
I remember now that you took the pendant that was underneath Mirren's pillow, or underneath Mirren's bed.
Robbed her.
Yeah, when she randomly turned blue instead of the original red that she had been when y'all met, and it surprised the fuck out of everybody, including Mirren. Poor baby, just woke up one day, different color. All
I feel
right.
like I've been taking it in stride.
You've had a busy day. It was just this morning.
I forgot.
Yeah, I've had an eventful morning. You did some
It has.
PR kind of, some public relations with LaRue, in which Nines had offered that
So I
they should
probably keep forgetting that
assist
I'm not red.
the town of
So
Lundy. Probably, like if you pass a mirror, it's gonna scare the shit out of you,
yeah.
like a ghost walking behind you. But haven't really had that issue right now. You've been a bit dirty. You've been a bit grimy getting into the shit today. All right, so God, that fucking pendant of chaos. Okay, so you drop your new badge right next to the pendant of chaos. Does Nines say anything seeing the pendant of chaos on Caspian's person?
Wait, what?
Does Nines say anything when Caspian pulls this necklace out?
Oh. No,
Okay.
no.
Y'all hadn't. I don't think y'all noticed that he took it because he was pretty sneaky. I don't think anybody noticed it.
Caspian just has weird shit all the time.
Yeah, he's just got
he's
trinkets,
he's
man.
a warlock. He just
But this does have the same symbol of like those 8 arrows that you've only seen. I don't know why I said arrows like that, but I did. Those 8 arrows.
Arrows.
Would you be surprised if Jack Sparrow just
said
pulled out a
head.
random trinket?
Flip it. Right? Exactly. I wouldn't. But okay,
That's true.
can I
That's
roll
true.
to perceive to see if I catch a glimpse of that logo?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I don't want to make the decision. I want the dice to make the decision.
There you go.
14.
When in doubt, roll it out. You would be able to see it. Yeah, with the 14 and the fact that he's like out doing it, you see like the full ass pendant that it's got that weird 8 arrow symbol, which you'd first seen in the ruins in Haymore Forest when you all first met.
Hey,
You've seen
motherfucker! What the fuck?
that
What is
particular
this?
symbol lots of different times and places, including here in Euphoria multiple times.
What the fuck are you doing with this? What is this?
Like, it's my badge.
Not the badge, bitch. The necklace. What are you doing with that? It's got the same logo as everything else we've been working on. What the fuck are you doing?
This is my necklace. This is one of my jewels. This is one of my fancy things.
It looks like a religious item kind of thing, like how the
And
religious
this is
pendants
still
are.
my necklace, right? That he's like, hey, it's
That
my
none
fancy
of you
thing."
know except for Caspian knows that he found it in your room.
But
Wonderful.
no one
And
saw
when
it.
he
You
showed
left.
you were just like, "Oh, look how cool that is."
Oh yeah, and I was just like, oh, that's so flattering, and that made you think that I was giving it to you. Now I remember.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Caspian just
But you
didn't
do think
mention
that I
that it
gave it
was
to you as a
found in her
present.
room.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
like
say,
you were just like, "Oh yeah, that's
Mirren gave it to me.
Miriam, she gave it to you. Just gave it to you. Just like gave it to you.
She said I look very handsome in it.
Does Mirren have anything to say about that?
Mirren's
You
gone.
left.
Here.
Yeah, we
Oh,
laughed.
she
Mirren's
left.
with you.
I have no idea that this
So
is.
she can't. She can't. Yeah. So she said I look very handsome in it, which is not a lie.
This confusion is just gonna like keep going and wrap everybody else into it. Like,
Yep.
I think what would be really cool is if at some point, like, if we found an image of it, and then I tell Ashu, like, oh yeah, Caspian has one of those, and so the party is split between like where it came from.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
'Cause
keeping
and
them.
I'm not lying to him. I'm like, it's mine. Mirren gave it to me. She said I look very handsome. I'm not lying.
And if
Like-
I was like, oh yeah, that like it's Caspian's, it belongs to him. He showed it to me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be
When-
rolling
when it-
deception or anything because I'm gonna be like, this legitimately happened. I look great.
All right. Fine. Okay.
Now it has
Alright.
my badge on it.
Like, we're not trying to fool
What
anybody.
do
we're
you
just
you work at
we're
TGI
just,
Fridays? Like, what are you doing?
I'm being fancy. This is so people know what I'm about, and then I'm gonna be flashing my badge. I'm gonna find that kid. arrest him.
Leave the kid alone.
I'm like, no, I'm finding him, and I just start sprinting.
I let him go.
Start sprinting.
You let him.
I let him
Come
go.
on, Nines! We're
triple-
gonna arrest kid. We're gonna start arresting children.
Triple split the party. I'm gonna let you get in trouble for that. I'm not doing that.
As I start running, if Nines doesn't follow me, I'm gonna look bummed. I'm gonna stay
Like,
with
yeah,
Nines.
I'm gonna go.
I slowly start walking over to him.
I'm like, come on, arrest children with me.
To which Shavrin, Varian, and Aramea all go, what?
I'm like, it's an inside joke, and
Nothing, goodbye. And then I guess
I
we,
grab
we leave.
sprint
We
out.
just fucking leave.
Back to Ashu, Aspen, and Murin. All right, so you begin to walk through the town. Ashu is being led. Aspen is leading everybody, and he's kind of they're waving their way through town. They're not really giving it a tour. They're not here to play, tourist manager or anything like that. They're here to they have a job to do. So if you wanted to ask them anything, you can on the way. Until then, they aren't going to bring anything up.
No, I don't think he'd ask anything. I think he'd want to wait to discuss anything until he got with the people that knew something about it.
Okay. Mirren, anything that you want to discuss with Aspen before y'all get to the Citadel?
Nah.
Awesome. So you make your way through the town. It doesn't take you too long, about 10, 12 minutes that y'all are walking. You can't really memorize the route on the way there because Aspen is just weaving their way so expertly through alleyways. If an area was crowded, seems to know this town backwards and forwards. And you follow. Ashu, your mind is kind of rehashing those early, very foggy memories that you have of a time when you were yourself, but you didn't seem to fully be there just yet. You were more a creature of instinct, and it's hard to recall all of those memories right now. So as you're walking, you do pass a building that has the symbol of the circle with the 8 arrows that is painted above it. Past that, and then you see a wooden staircase that is leading up to the mountain. And Aspen begins to take this. The steps are wide and easy to follow to a point. Then they begin to get steeper as the mountain path begins to get scarier. You can tell that they've tried to make this journey as easy as possible by laying out these wooden slabs and stairs, but it's still a difficult climb after about a 5-minute walk, just going up. And then you see above you as you're walking, kind of like think when Frodo and Sam finally see Mount Doom and those big ass doors. So they're the big doors going into a mountain. Not fiery, but they're big stone doors that are at the moment closed. And Aspen walks up. Don't worry about the big doors. They are unnecessarily heavy. Goes over to a smaller wooden door that seems to have been cut out of the stone of the mountain and kind of just opens this door, and you can see that it looks somebody probably used stone shape or something to create just a walkway that then goes back and enters a giant cavernous opening. And in this opening, you see that there is some crumbled rock along the outside of this room, and it's pretty large. It looks to be 120 feet wide at least. Tall, vaulted ceilings. The only light that is coming from here are orbs that seem to be hovering all over. They are not attached to any wall or ceiling. Both of you have some sense of the arcane, and you can tell that these are magical orbs that are hovering. Nothing is in this immediate foyer area. Try saying that whenever you combine the words. There's nothing in this immediate foyer area. It's just pretty open.
What area?
Flayaria.
Guy Fieri?
Flageria, Flabaria.
A fucking bunch of Mad Libs. All right. So this cavernous area is open. You do see that there is crumbled rock. It looks like it has been kind of pushed off to the sides as if this area was once completely buried. There are bits of metal bars and plates of metal that seem to have strings and wires coming out of them that have just kind of been chunked over. They look to be completely destroyed. Um, Seems like anything that has been pulled out of the citadel as they are digging deeper and excavating more is just kind of being moved out until it can be processed. It's kind of a holding area with just how big this room is, and there's really nothing in it that they can see. So you continue to head back. You see a set of double doors that are newer. They are shinier. They are nicer. And as you open them, you are greeted by a warm fire set in the middle of the room. You see tables lining a circular room, and there is a human man bustling about. He is gangly, very, very scrawny. He's about 5'9", shaved head, but you can see just smallest amount of blonde. He has a blonde goatee, very bright blue eyes, robes that are mostly black with layer of cobalt blue and layers of red. And as he turns on the center kind of piece of cloth, he's got a blue cloth, and then the inside of it is red with the black circle with with 8 arrows pointing out of it. And he turns as you enter. Oh, Aspen, fantastic. Great job. So happy to see you. We think we've made a break in the case. Oh, as Ashu and Murin follow in behind. The jar that Joel, this human man, had been holding, slips from his fingers and crashes to the ground, wide eyes fixed on Ashu. You're awake. Okay.
Mirren looks at the guy and looks at Ashu and looks at the guy and looks at Ashu and looks at the guy and looks at Ashu and is like, you know, friend?
Ashu, you do not recognize this person.
And who are you?
Drops to one knee, puts their fist over their heart, and kind of drops their head. My name is Joel.
I love normal names in D&D.
I'm a member of the Cobalt Soul. I'm one of the only members left of the Cobalt Soul. I saw you when you were sleeping. You were at the temple.
Yes, you know about the temple. So
Yeah.
I'm going to retcon a little bit. He doesn't know that he killed everybody. He just remembers waking up and there being bodies everywhere.
So he's gone. Yeah. My parents. They worked at the temple. They. Oh. Okay. All right. Aspen turns to them real fast. Hi. Where did you find them? Like indicating Ashu. Aspen kind of tilts their head slightly. Lady Bricks found him, I believe, eh, set him on his path as she does. Young Joel, do you know this Warforged? Yeah, back at the Cobalt Soul Temple, he's the reason why they built the temple. Because of him, he led to so much knowledge being found. It was the whole reason, they for a little bit kind of gets a nostalgic look. Looks at Ashu. I was assigned when I was younger to help keep your metal shiny. Just wanted to keep you in prime condition if we ever figured out how to wake you up. Spins around to Aspen. This is a relic. A walking, talking relic of the ancients. I mean, he's older than any of us. He knows so much. He's full of information of what the ancients were capable of and what brought them to their demise. Spins around again to look at Ashu, eyes wide. Right?
I have no knowledge of the ancients.
Crestfallen features just. Oh. Okay.
I only remember from when I've woken up.
Well, maybe maybe there's something. Maybe there's something. Uh, maybe.
I
Kind of
do
goes
have
around and
this
starts.
empty memory slot that I've been looking for the chip to.
Mm, goes around and starts like throwing shit all over the tables and stuff, looking at different drawings and books. And no. I have. Looks at Aspen after freezing for a moment. It could be back there. Nobody's gone back there. Not since the incident. Not since we. Kind of turns pale. Not since we lost everybody. No one's been back there, Aspen. That could be where the missing piece is. If we can get that memory chip, we can get further into the Citadel. Ancients and their puzzles and their weird gadgets that don't run on magic and we've been stuck. Kind of slams his hands on the desk in frustration. And he's like, and you can tell when he slams his hands, he is not a strong individual. He is very sinewy.
-1 damage to the table.
Pretty much, he heals the table. He mends any aging that it had. He's just like, we've been stuck, Aspen. We can't get further without cracking the ancients' code. And if we can get this Warforged, I guess, Warforged missing piece, then maybe we can get further in, and then maybe we can do stuff that no one else can do. Aspen kind of puts their hand on. Sorry. I am getting another Amber Alert. Warning for anyone who has their phone near them.
Bitch, I thought that was in character.
Yes, as I am getting an
I was
Amber
just like,
Alert.
I wonder what that means in the homebrew game. I turned off my Amber alerts after I got an alert about a fucking cop, and I was just like, we're done. Because it was at like 3 a.m. and it was also, I got an alert for a cop and I got another alert that said like nothing. It had zero information, not the age, not the car model, anything. So I went in and was like, this is useless, and turned them all off.
Okay, so back to it. We were at. Sorry, it vibrated very scarily. It's the worst alert I have on my phone, and I understand the purpose of it, but it startles me. Okay.
Turn it
so-
off. It will help your anxiety. Turn it off.
Okay. So, yeah, just looks at you, looks at Ashu and says, "Do you have any idea where this piece is? Where you may have left it? It's a memory chip. You would have forgotten where you left it, huh?"
I have no knowledge of where it could be. I've been searching this whole time.
I will blame this on the ancients. They can never make things easy for us. You just disappear off the face of the planet and then just leave nothing to tell us what happened. So we have to just kind of goes off muttering to himself as he's like cleaning up the mess that he made, and he's like kind of like bad mouthing the ancients the entire time.
I say that constantly, just about boomers. I will blame the ancients for this.
Josh,
That's
if you can
excellent.
take a look at the chat real fast, we have a couple bots. Por favor, thank you.
Gone.
Appreciate. Okay. All right. So Aspen turns to Ashu. Young Warforged. Well, perhaps not so young. Your story seems to be more in depth than the Lady Brix let on. But she cannot always tell me everything that she sees, and she does not always understand everything that she knows. Long before you woke, I suppose, we had a teleportation circle that was set up at the temple in order to facilitate sharing knowledge. Cobalt Soul originated here in Euphoria. When they found you, I suppose, they petitioned LaRue and were able to go off on their own and study, hoping to get further into the Citadel. Another treasure trove of the ancients, as Joel does enjoy finding. He was quite small when the incidents occurred. I believe it will be good for you to go back. Perhaps you will find this missing piece of yours. Do you wish to go now?
Yes.
Aspen turns to look at Mirren. Do you wish to accompany? Or was there other business you had in the Citadel, my dear?
Are you talking to me or to Ashu?
To Mirren.
Oh, I still am wanting to go, like, try to, like, I want to wander around and try to find books and things. Like, I have no idea what's going on with, like, Ashu and his fan club. um, and I'm like, that's probably fine. Like, I feel like Mirren has seen a lot of death cults. Can she roll anything to be like, does this seem like a death cult or like a not death cult?
Absolutely can. So you can roll
Like, I don't have to, I'm not
insight,
necessarily looking for specifics. I'm just looking for, like, okay, do
a
these
vibe
guys seem
check.
immediately dangerous, or can I, like, go do my homework and then come back and
Yeah.
tell everybody?
Yeah, give
Vibe
me insight for a
check,
vibe check.
yes.
Yeah, give me insight for a vibe check.
Perfect. 25.
Ooh, the vibe is good. The vibe sounds like the young man is very interested in knowledge, it seems. It's a vibe you get a lot of from growing up in your lovely little
And this is
university.
specifically for like Ashu's fan person.
That was for Joel specifically.
Yeah, okay, cool.
He just looks excited about
Cool.
the potential of more knowledge. Also seems excited about, it's kind of like it's a bit of a bittersweet kind of feel of there is some heavy emotions tied up with whatever happened with the Temple of the Cobalt Soul. Something happened, affected this kid. Um, seems like they're wanting answers, but that it's going to open a lot of emotional boxes that may have been sealed away, but that it's probably healthy to get some answers. From Aspen, you've never gotten a creepy vibe from them that continues. Seems like they are really just like, okay, well, I needed somebody to go to the Cobalt Soul. That seems to be somewhere where we needed to get to anyway to try to get further into the Citadel. Two birds, one stone. You do notice that when Ashu kind of sounds like he's gonna go alone, Aspen is like, maybe not a great idea. Just kind of seems a little hesitant about Ashu going there on their own.
Ashu says, I suppose I should rest for a bit, recharge my key slots.
Recharge my energy. Aspen's like, of course, you do not have to leave immediately. The teleportation device should still be intact. As far as we know, it never went off the network. I will recommend discussing with your party or at least one other that you can rely on the
Ashu's like,
incident that occurred at the temple. We are not certain what happened to the inhabitants completely. I will tell you, none who were inside of the temple when the incident occurred survived. Proceed
Did you
with
see a body?
caution. If you were here, they'd answer. Proceed with extreme caution, I would say. More probably than at your first adventure with dungeon delving. Little more caution, perhaps.
I
Love
will
dungeon
take
delving.
my party.
And we're awesome at dungeon delving. We're so good at it.
We did not set off every single trap, and
Mm-mm.
Is that
Pros.
Spider-Man?
I love how quickly he. Whoop,
Wait, what?
Everybody gets
you
one.
missed it.
I totally
missed
missed.
it.
Oh.
No. Okay, so Asen says, I can meet you here. Honestly, looks over at Joel, who's still cleaning up. I believe Joel can handle this, so whenever you are ready, simply come back here and let Joel know. He can activate the teleportation circle and send you off. Kind of leans closer to you, Ashu, and drops his voice so that it cannot be heard by Joel. And Mirren will probably, you'd have to be attempting to listen in to hear. So if you want to roll perception, you can. But Aspen leans in.
18.
You're able to hear. Get just like the faintest of whispers on the wind as Aspen kind of murmurs, "No matter what the boy says, I implore you not to allow him to accompany you. He has never been in the best of health,
Ashu
and
bows
we
and
do not know
says,
what is there."
Ashu bows and says, "Thanks for your assistance," and then heads back down with the party, I guess.
Okay. Uh, Murin, did you want to mention to Joel or to Aspen about wanting to look around, that you're looking for someone called the librarian, or are you asking for like specific information?
I mean, is like I want to come back and try to find out more about the red stuff. So I'm not entirely sure like where I would start even looking for that or asking about that. But I also don't want to separate from Ashu. So if he's like following them now, then I will just be like,
I think that
hey,
after Aspen said, you don't want to do this alone, that Ashi would, okay, like
okay.
Yeah, Ashu will
pump his
still like
brakes a little bit, just like, okay,
kick it with
we
you
we
while
need
you
to.
while you go through the library. Maybe he'll find something
Okay.
good.
Then yeah, then maybe let's go to the library first.
Okay, so
I just get a feeling that whenever we pursue the path with Ashu, that like we won't necessarily have time to come back and like look at books.
okay, so you turn to Joel and you're like, hey, can I look around? Like I'm looking, I'm trying to find some information on a couple of different things. Do you got somewhere that I can look? And he kind of turns to you and he's like, okay, uh depends on the information. Books, we have some of those. A lot of ancients knowledge here. So some books found out ancients for some reason didn't like books a lot, or they started keeping them on, and he kind of double bangs his fist on his desk, and right behind him on the wall, a gigantic light appears. What we would know as a giant like computer screen
Hmm.
now lights up. He goes, they would store them so they appear on this. However, he like smacks the desk a couple times, and you can see that it's actually his fingers that are like moving around on the top of this desk, pushing a couple different very thin buttons that are on this tabletop. And he goes, well, you can tell, and words start to appear on the screen. They are in a language you do not understand.
Oh, tight. Can I like roll something to figure out like it looks like
Mm-hmm.
like it looks like either it looks similar to this family of languages or
Mhm.
it looks like about this old or it looks like nothing. Like
Can
what would
Ashu
I?
take a look at it and
Yeah, you
see if
can
it is
do
Celestial, Dwarvish, or Elvish, which are languages he speaks?
I know
history,
common, draconic, and infernal.
do history or a straight intelligence, whichever you prefer. I think history uses intelligence, but I'm not sure.
13 history.
I got a 19 history.
Okay. Murin, you looking at all this and you're like, that's not anything I can't speak fluently. Looking at the roots of the words, things like that, just trying to find what language do I need to get the base of in order to kind of piece together this. And it looks like an incredibly advanced common, advanced in like a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away kind of thing, where common seems to have formed from this, but the language seems more advanced than the common that you speak. Very little that you can recognize. There are certain things that you're like, that kind of looks like the word, like tower.
Like, how does it look more
Kinda.
advanced? What do you mean?
It looks more advanced in the sense that the where in common you would have 2 or 3 words to describe one thing. This looks like it has
Is
a
it more
ton more.
complex? So it's
Yeah.
like more complex.
Yeah, thank you. That was what I was looking for. Advanced was the only one that I could come up with because I was like, settings, advanced. So, yeah, it is a very complex. You can pick out some roots that seem familiar. And Joel looks at you as you're like looking this stuff over, and it's kind of like dawning on you that this is just like, what the fuck is this? Like, I know a lot of languages, I've read a lot of books. What is this shit? Joel looks at you and he says, you're a seeker of knowledge. That's awesome. You know about the chase. You're trying to find some sort of truth, right? Yeah. Okay. I'll help you. We must all seek truth and knowledge, right? Because it's the only way to be truly free. Knowledge. We're gonna figure this out. I know.
You're kind of close, man. Back up.
Viren's just like,
You're breathing
looks-
real heavily.
yeah.
He looks over to Ashu and he's like, that's the key. When he gets his memories back, we'll be able to read this. Looks at you and he's like, do you recognize any of it? And Ashu, with your 13, you can't read any of it,
I knew it.
but a part of you knows that you should know it.
Also,
It's-
when the dude's like any knowledge is the only way and blah blah blah, I'm just like, I mean everything in moderation, right? Like he's just giving me some like supervillain origin story vibes with that little moment.
Yeah, moderation. I mean, can't sit here and stare at this code forever, can you?
No.
No, can't stare at the code forever. Aspen kind of walks over and smacks a button on the desk, and this light on the wall disappears, and Joel kind of blinks and he's like, right. Okay, so books that we do have, they're honestly waiting. We are planning on sending all the actual like hardcover books to I don't know the name of the place. Looks over Aspen. Aspen's like, I do not remember. It is some university that LaRue spoke with. She described him as a small cat. And apparently, in exchange for our knowledge, we will share information. They are preparing to send a group to set up a teleportation circle there as well. Yeah,
Wait, so
that's
I'm gonna be
the
able
book
to
that we got.
teleport from the Citadel home?
Are
Is
you
that the
asking me or Aspen?
uh, both? Like I'm making sure that I am comprehending what you are articulating.
It
to me and
sounds
I'm not
like that is,
misunderstanding it.
yes, it sounds like
then-
that is going on in the works. Is that maybe somebody has gotten into contact with your old
Yeah,
stomping grounds,
then
your
I
old
would
school?
then I would totally be like, I know that cat.
Aspen will blink at you and That is not a phrase I have heard many times until recently.
Hmm.
You know this cat individual from the university.
Yeah, and then I explained like that's Nyx, and like he's my blah and things and whatever. And does that so I'm gonna be able to like teleport back home because that's dope. Or whatever the
Yes.
equivalent in common is to that's dope.
That's dope. Definitely is there. We got that slang. We cool, yo. Aspen kind of nods and he's like, good, good. Perhaps you could, if you so desired, be a bit of an ambassador to the university when you have the time as we lay down the foundations of our relationships.
Yeah, I will totally talk to Nyx as long as no one hears evil.
Evil is a very strange concept that seems to mainly exist for
That's fine. That counts.
beautiful. Right. So, if you would like, the teleportation circle for the university has been scheduled. They have sent a party out, but it will still take them more time to arrive and set it up. We will obviously be the first to know once they have gotten it on the network. If you
I'm
wish,
definitely
you
gonna
can
like
be among the
message.
first home.
I'm not telling him this, but I'm definitely gonna
Mhm.
message Nyx and be like, "Hey, is this legit? Is this what's up with this?"
Awesome. All right.
Also,
So,
why didn't you tell me that they were building a bus stop out here? Like,
yeah.
what?
All right. So, Joel will be like, what kind of information are you looking for? What kind of books? Like, we've packed up the other ones, but we can definitely crack them open for you. The crates aren't, like sealed in iron or
Can
anything.
I just can I like look at Asho and be like, how do we ask them to find books with like weird red shit in the walls and like red spirally eyes? Like I don't know how to I don't know how to I don't know how to ask them where are the books about.
Do you know what kind of magic it is?
I don't know. Do I?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. I don't remember if that was a thing. I don't remember what I know about it from the times that I've interacted with it. 17?
With your knowledge of divine magic given to you by Kelembor, you know that it is a divine magic of sorts. It seems to be a more primordial divine, very old feeling.
So the books on that old, like real old, like primordial weird shit. Where's the oldest, weirdest shit in a library?
Joel kind of scratches his head. Honestly, we haven't even scratched the surface of what's hidden here behind steel walls with plenty of traps and puzzles set by the ancients. Their weird words and their weird technologies. There's more information back there. We're finding things out. But the ancients didn't use magic. I don't think we're gonna find it back there. Looks at you, kind of like twirling the mustache on his goatee as he's thinking, and he's like, Have you spoken to LaRue about it?
It's not evil.
It kind of
Uh,
sounds like maybe chaos magic.
have I spoken to I don't remember what I've done in
You
previous
did
sessions.
this morning when you
Okay.
stopped at LaRue's at the mayor's house, and Nines threw more things into the floor and into the ceiling.
Right.
Uh, and she had said that you seemed to be touched by chaos. You would also remember that Martel had said that you were touched by chaos.
So it can't just be like chaos magic or chaos something.
And Joel looks at you and he goes, I am a scholar. Magic, although useful at times, complicates things. The ancients didn't need magic, neither do I.
Right, but I'm not looking for books for you.
True.
I want to know where the books are for me.
Goes back to twirling his goatee. Sounds like magic. Sounds like chaos magic. LaRue, Martel. Have you been touched by the obviously you've been touched by the divine. Kind of sees your badge. Do you put your badge where you know, like wearing it where everybody could see it? Sees your thing. It's like, oh, we need some gods, and kind of like looks away. Like obviously does not highly regard gods, and he's just like, okay, not gonna find help here. Not for that issue. Sounds like chaos magic. Points to the 8 star or 8 arrows with the circle in the center of it on his chest and says, Goddess, God of chaos, does both, from what I understand. Lots of choices. Orisa, that's who you're looking for. Probably who's messing with you. I understand they like to put their feelers out into the world, per se. But I don't know anything about it. That's God's. That's not. Points to where the light on the wall was. That's mine. I care about that. Were you looking for anything like in particular here?
I'm not sure how to get him to direct me towards like stuff on chaos magic and things like that.
DM reminder. You are looking for the librarian.
Thank you. I'm also very tired.
I
I've been
know.
up since like
We are going to
5.
be winding up soon. You're good. So you say,
I
Bricks,
thought we were like adjacent or in the library already.
you are, this is kind of what seems to be a front room type situation. It seems that this mountain is the library, and it is
Tight.
layers upon layer, probably very.
Okay, someone point me in the direction of that big owl from Avatar, The Last
Kind of
Airbender.
how I picture it in my mind is like a cross between SG-1, where they have the mountain that hides the Stargate,
Mm.
and yeah, the giant library from
Spoilers.
Avatar. There's no Stargate.
Is Cheyenne
It's
Mountain a
transportation
spoiler?
circle.
It's just like chilling in Colorado.
30 years after the show comes out.
Well, not even
When they
just the
talk
show.
about a reboot, you can't talk
Mountain.
about, or a continuation, you can't
Like,
talk about sports.
What's a
Cheyenne Mountain
Stargate?
is just Cheyenne Mountain's just a place that exists. That's not you can't spoil reality. It's a real place. It has a
Okay.
thing in it.
So
not a
when
Stargate.
you tell Joel that you were specifically looking, Bricks said I needed to find the librarian. The lights all the way at the top of this room flash on, but these are not like the little orby lights around you. These are giant fluorescent beams flooding this area, and Joel is like, what the fuck? Not something he was expecting. Aspen looks up in surprise, and you hear a voice sounding like common, but not. And it says, librarian.
Okay, so let's go that way.
I need you all to make dexterity saving throws real fast.
Like the two of us.
The two of you, yes. Then I will roll for the other two.
12.
22.
Are the other? Oh, I thought you meant the other two, like
No,
Nines
Joel
and
and
Caspian, and I was like, is this affecting them far away? How bad did we fuck up?
I yeeted one of my dice. Sorry. All right, okay, they are both good. So the ground shakes around you, and it seems that the entire mountain begins to shake. And even Nines and Caspian out in town as you're leaving the Coliseum, you're heading, back to the inn, wherever you're walking through the town. You feel the ground beneath you begin to shake.
Damn it, Ashu.
It lasts for maybe 30 seconds. Inside the Citadel, you hear what we know is the sound of creaking metal, and it sounds like metal gears sliding against metal gears that are not lubricated, that they haven't been used in a very fucking long time. And it's just grinding and high pitched, horrible, horrible things that gives me goosebumps. But you hear that as the world shakes around you. 15, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And with a thunk, everything stops moving. Joel, looking at everybody as he's holding on to the desk, leaning against it, breathing heavily. What'd you do? And that's
Yeah.
where we're going to end it for tonight.
Who are they saying that to?
Looking at Mirren, asked, what'd you do?
Damn, Mirren.
Causing earthquakes.
Shaking whole mountains.
Lisa wasn't Caspian.
Alrighty. So, first time splitting the party.
And I've already created an
Causing an
earthquake.
earthquake. Yeah.
It's just a
disaster.
global disaster. No big deal.
Caspian's gonna be like, "What'd you do?" Like,
This is why
that's
you don't let
second.
me. You don't let me make decisions towards the end of the session. I get tired.
Best time. Like,
I
I
attack
like, let's do
the
this.
bad guys, and I fucking.
Jess is
Those are
only,
like the beginning of a session.
any consequential decision. Jess is just gonna hold it to the end of a session from now on.
Just
And
wait,
be like-
yeah.
Or anytime if she's like, I want them to do the most violent thing, I'm gonna ask them at
Just at 11:02.
yeah.
Past that, I'm just like, just fucking nuke them. Like, just
Yep.
fucking just. I
That's it.
attack.
You know, it
Or-
works
or
out. It
closer.
keeps things
Although I
interesting
feel
for the
like
next
this-
session.
I feel like this time I just like asked for like some books and stuff.
And triggered a catastrophe level event. No. You'll find out what you triggered on the next episode of
And it was
Levels
definitely
of
and it was
Madness.
definitely me and not Ashu. Pew 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 and not Ashu, for sure.
Do what?
It was definitely me and not Ashu.
It occurred after you had said something, but Ashu's presence could have done something. I don't know. Like he's old apparently. He's the key to the Citadel, according to a slightly manic 18-year-old who looks like he maybe hasn't slept a whole lot lately.
I think it's funny that apparently Caspian and Nines have been babysitting us the whole time because the minute you and I split off, we turn out with we find out that there's like some shit up with us.
Couple of troublemakers, it seems.
I just noticed Amit's the freaking comment.
We
She
will
looked
tell
at
them
me,
nothing.
and I looked at him, and she looked at me.
I think that was back when I was looking at like
Yeah.
Ashu and
All right, so everything with the holidays will cause our schedule to be slightly crazy. So we will play when we can. Keep up with us as we continue on. We will be on as much as we can. So just wait for that live notification. Come hang out with us again. Until then,
Yes.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
His name is John C.